All right, I got my lunch. Today we're having sea salt kettle chips with ham, turkey, and Munster breadless sandwiches. I got my drink, which is a strawberry banana body armor. And this is the Wikipedia article for sea salt. Sea salt is salt that is produced by the evaporation of seawater. It is used as a seasoning in foods, cooking, cosmetics, and for preserving food. It is also called bay salt, solar salt, or simply salt. Like mined rock salt, production of sea salt has been dated to prehistoric times. Composition. Commercially available sea salts on the market today vary widely in their chemical composition. Although the principal component is sodium chloride, the remaining portion can range from less than 0.2% to 10% of other salts. These are mostly calcium, potassium, and magnesium salts of chloride and sulfate, with substantially lesser amounts of many trace elements found in natural seawater. Though the composition of commercially available salt may vary, the ionic composition of natural salt water is relatively constant. Historical production. Sea salt is mentioned in the Vinaya Pitaka, a Buddhist scripture compiled in the mid-15th century BC. The principle of production is evaporation of the water from the sea brine. In warm and dry climates, this may be accomplished entirely by using solar energy. But in other climates, fuel sources have been used. Modern sea salt production is almost entirely found in Mediterranean and other warm, dry climates. Such places today are called salt works, instead of the old English word called saltern. An ancient or medieval saltern was established where there was, one, access to a market for the salt, two, a gently shelving coast protected from exposure to the open sea, three, an inexpensive and easily worked fuel supply, or preferably the sun, and four, another trade such as pastoral farming or tanning. Which benefited from proximity to the saltern by producing leather or salted meat, and provided the saltern with a local market. In this way, salt marsh, pasture, and salt works enhanced each other economically. This was the pattern during the Roman and medieval periods around the Wash in eastern England. There, the tide brought the brine, the extensive saltings provided the pasture, the fens and moors provided the peat fuel, and the sun sometimes shone. The dilute brine of the sea was largely evaporated by the sun. In Roman areas, this was done using ceramic containers known as briquetage. Workers scraped up the concentrated salt and mud slurry and washed it with the clean seawater to sell impurities out of the now concentrated brine. They poured the brine into shallow pans lightly baked from local marine clay and set them on fist-sized clay pillars over a peat fire for final evaporation. They then scraped out the dried salt and sold it. In traditional salt production in the Visayas Islands of the Philippines, salt are made from coconut husks, driftwood, or other plant matter soaked in seawater for at least several months. These are burned into ash, then seawater is run through the ashes on a filter. The resulting brine is then evaporated in containers. Coconut milk was sometimes added to the brine before evaporation. The practice is endangered due to competition with cheap, industrially produced commercial salt. Only two traditions survive to the present day: Asin, Tibwak, and Tultul or Dukda. In the colonial New World, slaves were brought from Africa to rake salt on various islands in the West Indies, Bahamas, and particularly Turks and Caicos Islands. Today, salt labeled sea salt in the U.S. might not have actually come from the sea as long as it meets the FDA's purity requirements. All mine salts were originally sea salts that originated from a marine source at some point in the distant past, usually from an evaporating shallow sea. Taste. Some gourmets believe sea salt tastes better and has a better texture than ordinary table salt. In applications that retain sea salt's coarser texture, it can provide a different mouthfeel and may change flavor due to its different rate of dissolution. The mineral content also affects the taste. The colors and variety of flavors are due to local clays and algae found in the waters the salt is harvested from. For example, some boutique salts from Korea and France are pinkish gray, some from India are black. Black and red salts from Hawaii may even have powdered black lava and baked red clay added in. Some sea salts contain sulfates. It may be difficult to distinguish sea salt from other salts such as pink Himalayan salt, Mara salt from the ancient Inca hot springs, or rock salt. Black lava salt is a marketing term for sea salt harvested from various places around the world that has been blended and colored with activated charcoal. The salt is used as a decorative condiment to be shown at the table. If you all enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more content just like this in the future. As a reminder, tonight is the 700 subscriber celebration live stream at 9 p.m. U.S. Central Time, so please come out and have fun. We are going to be playing, most likely we're going to be playing the new Forge update in Halo Infinite. We should have a lot of fun trying that and testing that out. Please join the Discord and the Patreon. They will both be in the description of this video. It really helps the channel out. I really appreciate when you all do that for me. Once again, thank you all for watching. Until next time, bye.